They're on. Hey, welcome to the Dalplex for a big swim.
Hi, welcome to the Dalplex for the David Fry swim meet. I'm Victoria McDonald, and I'll be broadcasting until Ethan Boyle gets here. In the water, we have the first heat of the mixed 800-meter freestyle. In lane number 3, Maria McDougall. In lane number 4, Cassidy Carroll. In lane number 5, Isabel Casey. The Halifax Trojan record in the 800 freestyle is held by Olivia Fezchuk at a 9:04.71 set in 2010 for the 13 and 14-year-old age group. For the 15 to 17 age group, this record is held by Susan Mason, 8:52.70 from 1978. At 200 meters, it looks like Maria McDougall is going to flip first at a 2:28.68. Now at 300 meters, it's still Maria McDougall. Now at 300 meters, it's still Maria McDougall and We are now halfway through this first heat of the 800 freestyle, and Maria flips first at a 5:01.29, followed by Cassidy with 5:03.82 and Isabel 5:12.04. At 500 meters, Maria has about a body length of a lead over Cassidy, flipping at 6:12.44 and 6:19.38. And Isabel is now coming into the 500-meter wall. She's flipping at 6:34.69. With 150 meters left in the race, it looks like Cassidy is now in the lead, flipping at 8:11.20, closely followed by Maria, 8:11.57. With 100 meters left in the race, Cassidy will flip first, followed closely by Maria. Now Isabel's about to come in and flip with 100 meters left in the race. Cassidy and Maria are about to flip for their final lap. Cassidy and Maria are about to finish here, and Isabel's about to start her bell lap. Cassidy will touch first in 10:02.51, and Maria will touch second in 10:04.99. Big best times for both swimmers. Isabella's finishing her 800 off strong. She'll touch in a 10:42.40, another big best time.
Up next, we have heat 2 of the 800-meter freestyle. Please.
In lane 1, we have Aaliyah Bloom. In lane 2, we have Alina McDonald. In lane 3, we have Charlotte Evans. In lane 4, we have Owen Nicholson. In lane 5, we have Juliet Delwhite. In lane 6, we have Katrina Brazona. In lane 7, we have Allison Redfern. In lane 8, we have Carly Meyer. Owen is off to a strong start, taking out his first 100 meters in a 101.9, followed by Charlotte Evans and Juliet. Owen Nicholson out to a great 200-meter start. And then we have Charlotte and Juliet flipping right now. A good race developing between Charlotte and Juliet. That is 350 meters for Owen. Charlotte and Juliet continue to duel it out as they approach 350 meters.
And coming into the wall for the 400 meter mark, Owen Nicholson, the flip turn at a time of 4:23:32.
And that is a 4:23 for Owen at the 400 meters. A good first half of the 800 for Juliet and Charlotte. Allison holds third for the woman in lane 7. And that is 500 meters for Owen there. Owen Nicholson, that is 600 meters for him. Only 200 meters left to go.
Coming in for their 600 meter is Charlotte and Juliet.
That is 600 meters for Charlotte and Juliet. Owen is now into his last 100 meters, looking stronger than ever.
And it looks like Juliet is pulling ahead.
Juliet is beginning to slightly pull away from Charlotte.
And this is the last 50 for Owen Nicholson. Strong.
Owen is into his last 25 meters.
And Owen will touch the wall with an unofficial time of 8:48 double O.
Owen will touch the wall with a time of 8:48. Charlotte and Juliet making their last push here. Touching second is Juliet with a time of 9:28.83, followed by Charlotte. Allison taking third for the woman with a time of 9:48.
Couple questions. What's your name?
I'm Cassidy Carroll.
And you just swam what race?
I just swam the 800 free.
Do you have any other races after this today?
In a bit, I'm going to be swimming the 200 IM.
Are you excited for that?
Not really. It's not one of my best races.
What's your favorite race?
Probably the 100 free. I like the shorter events.
Yeah? What are you going to eat later for supper? What were you thinking about eating during that race?
I'll probably eat some sort of pasta or like whatever my mom makes me.
Yeah?
Up to her.
Nice. All right. Get excited for your 200 IM?
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to move past the mic to another swimmer who just swam their 800 free. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Isabel.
And what, you just swam the 800 free?
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd it go?
It was okay. It wasn't, I felt myself like really top off in the last 400, but I think otherwise it was okay.
Awesome. What else do you have to swim tonight?
200 free as well. I'm 200 IM, sorry.
Are you excited for that one?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
What's your favorite race?
Probably It kind of depends. Kind of depends on the day, but I like 100 back.
100 back? Are you a backstroker? Do you like backstroke in general?
I like, yeah,
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask you the same question as Cassidy. What are you gonna eat tonight for supper?
probably pasta too.
Pasta? Do you like eating pasta during swim meets, or do you just like pasta all the time?
I like pasta all the time, and it's just kind of, I just kind of eat what I feel like having during swim meets. I don't really have like a go-to meal.
Awesome.
Yeah,
All right, well get hyped for your 200 IM, girls.
thanks.
Thank you.
We now have the women's 200 meter freestyle. In lane 3, we have Maria McDougall. Lane 4, Casey Carroll. Lane 5, Isabel Casey.
This heat of 200 meter freestyles. In lane 3, we have Evie Linville. In lane 4, Charlotte Willis. In lane 5, Taryn Donald.
Maria pulling out to a strong start, followed by Casey and Isabel neck and neck. Coming into the halfway point, Maria continues to pull away. Out in her first 100 meters with a 1:10. Looks like it's going to come down to the last 50 meters between Isabel and Cassidy. Isabel has a slight lead right now, though. So sorry, I was looking at the wrong names. Lane 3 is Lindsay Eva. Lane 4 is Charlotte Brilliant. And lane 5 is Taryn Donnelly. Taryn really pulled it out in the last 50 meters. And we're going to have Eva touching first with a time of 2:27.26.
Up next, we have Heat 2 of the women's 200-meter freestyle. Madam referee.
We now have Heat 2 of the women's 200-meter freestyle. In lane 1, we have Elizabeth Cormier. In lane 2, we have Isabel McBride. In lane 3, we have Isabel Melson. In lane 4, we have Ashley McKenna. In lane 5, we have Emma Hamlin. In lane 6, we have Clara Darling. In lane 7, we have Megan McGuire. Isabel Melson off to a strong start here with a time of 29.91 for her first 50 meters. Ashley McKenna is chasing Isabel Melson down, followed by Emma Hamlin in lane 5 in third place. Isabel Melanson into her last 50 meters, followed by Ashley. Isabel's very strong on the finish here. And a time of 2:08.84 for Isabel, followed by Ashley with a time of 2:12.44. And then we have Emma Hamlin touching third with a time of 2:18.55. Next up, we have the first heat of the men's 200-meter freestyle.
Up now we have the men's 200-meter freestyle, heat 1. Madam referee.
In lane 4, we have Jonathan Earl. And in lane 5, we have Oliver Burney. Both men out to a very strong and aggressive start. And at the 100-meter mark, Jonathan is out in the 101.73, followed by Oliver with a time of 105.93. $50 meters left for Jonathan. And 50 meters left for Oliver. Jonathan Earl with a time of 2:08.20. About a half-second best time for him. And Oliver touching the wall with a time of 2:18.87. About a 7-second best time for Oliver. Up now we have the women's 200-meter breaststroke. In lane 3, we have Jillian Thomas. In lane 4, we have Marion Sinishan. And in lane 5, we have Bridget Gregan. Marion out to a very strong start here, followed by Jillian and Bridget. Marion currently holds the second all-time fastest 200-meter breaststroke for the Halifax Trojan Aquatics Club. And there's Marion touching for 100 meters with a time of 1:11.99. And there's Jillian touching the wall for 100 meters with a time of 1:28.53, followed by Bridget with a time of 1:30.53. Marion touching the wall with 50 meters left to go. A time of 2:32.56 will make her the fastest Trojan breaststroker all time. And touching the wall with a time of 2:31.72, Marion Senishin, your new Trojan Aquatic Club 200-meter breaststroke record holder.
That puts Marion at the top of the all-time top 10 200-meter breaststrokes for the Halifax Trojans.
And Jillian touching the wall. Oops, sorry, it's not on the board. Bridget touching the wall with a time of 3:10.
Up next, we have the men's 200-meter breaststroke. Madam Referee.
We now have the men's 200-meter breaststroke. In lane 4, we have Ian Moncheski. And in lane 5, we have Johnny Samus.
In lane 4, we have Ian Moncheski. In lane 5, we have John Samus.
And that's 100 meters for Ian with a time of 1:14.96.
Also just set the provincial record for the 200-meter breaststroke.
Marion also set a new provincial record with her 200-meter breaststroke. Ian with 50 meters left to go. And that's 50 meters to go for Johnny. And Ian touching the wall in a time of 2:34.28. We have Johnny coming into the wall. Touching with a time of 3:12.21.
Swimmers, please field the pool.
Do you know how to pronounce her name?
We have the women's 200-meter fly.
Up now, we have the women's 200-meter butterfly. Mrs. McGareth swimming the toughest race, 200 fly, all by herself. She is looking to beat her best time of 2:27.89. Her stroke is looking great as she approaches 75 meters. Coming into the 100-meter wall with a time of 1:08.43. Continues to swim with amazing technique as she approaches 125 meters. "50 meters left to go. Making a strong push here in the last 25 meters. and touching the wall with an unofficial time of 2:25. A best time for her.
Up next, we have the men's 200-meter butterfly. Madam referee.
We now have the men's 200-meter butterfly.
Swimmers relax.
In lane 3, we have Hassan Hassani. In lane 4, we have Will Meyer. And in lane 5, we have Alexander Bouchard. And in lane 6, we have Sean Yu. Will out very strong here with a 29.94 for his first 50 meters. Followed by Alex Bouchard. Alex, only 13 years old, is pushing Will Meyer to his limits. Approaching the 100-meter wall, Will Meyer out in a 104 and Alex out in a 104.94. Alex continues to stay in range of Will Meyer. Will Meyer heading into his last 25 meters. Followed by Alex, also now heading into his last 25 meters. Will Meyer's cap fell off in the last 5 meters. Touching the wall with a time of 2:13.14. Followed by Alex, touching the wall with a time of 2:18.36. And in third place, we'll have Hassan with a time of 2:23.33. Followed by Sean with a time of 2:28.62. A full heat of best times. Next, we have the women's 200-meter backstroke. In lane 2, we have Emily McKenzie, followed by in lane 3, Maria McLean. In lane 4, we have Carly Meyer, and in lane 5, we have Ashley Kornvivisky. Sorry about that one. And in lane 6, we have Allison Redfern, and in lane 7, we have Gabriel Klein. Ashley pulling out to a strong start here. Ashley holds her lead into the 100 meters with a time of 1:14.27, followed by Carly Meyer with a time of 1:16.97. We have a good three-way race here for third place. Allison, Maria, and Emily continue to duel it out for third place as Ashley hits the wall for her last 50 meters. Looks like Allison has a slight lead over the other two girls. And that's Gabriella touching the wall for 50 meters left. Ashley in her last 5 meters here, and she will touch the wall with a time of 2:32.54, followed by Carly Meyer with a time of 2:36.51. And it looks like Allison is going to squeak out the third place here with a time of 2:46.94. Followed by Maria with a time of 2:47.97. We now have the men's 200-meter backstroke, a duel between Cameron Hardling and Wyatt Johnson. And once again, we have Cameron in lane 4 and Wyatt in lane 5. Starting off very strong here with a high stroke rate. Cameron will touch for the 51st with a time of 30.74, followed by Wyatt with a time of 32.20. Cameron starts to pull ahead with about a body length distance ahead of. And that's Cameron flipping at the wall for 100 meters. Cameron heading into his last 50 meters. Wyatt also now into his last 50 meters. Cameron looking to beat his best time of 2:13.13. And Cameron Hardling will touch the wall with a time of 2:12.27, a best time. Followed by Wyatt touching the wall with a time of 2:17.98, also a best time. Up next, we have the women's 200-meter individual medley. And in our first heat of the women's 200-meter IM, we have some young Trojans. In lane 3, we have Fiona McKinnon. In lane 4, we have Ruby Lee. And in lane 5, we have Delth Thomas. And starting out with the lead, we have Fiona. And Ruby in second, followed by Delth. And at the 100-meter mark, Fiona in first place with a time of 1:34.59. And now we have Ruby coming into the wall to touch with a time of 1:44. Delth is looking to make a push on Ruby here in the breaststroke. Fiona is about to enter the freestyle leg of the IM with a time of 2:27.39 heading into the freestyle. Her current best time is a 4:05.91. She's looking to get a huge best time. And now we have Ruby Touching heading into the freestyle with a time of 2:42.27, followed by Delth heading into the freestyle with a time of 2:47.57. Touching with a time of 3:07.66, a huge best time. Oh my God, it looks like Delth has come back in the last 50 meters. It's going to come down to the touch, and it's Delth with a time of 3:32.77, taking second place, followed by Ruby in third place. Up next is the women's 200 meter IM Heat 2. In lane 2, we have Gwyneth Morris. In lane 3, we have Luca Turtis. In lane 4, we have Finley McCauley. In lane 5, we have Jerza Killett. In lane 6, we have Astrid Monkman. In lane 7, we have Zoe Body. Wow, Finley off to a very strong start here on the fly. Touching the wall with a time of 40.01, followed by Zara in lane 5, touching with a time of 41.76. It's looking pretty even here for third place. Looks like we're going to have a race here for first place. What will the breaststroke bring? A great underwater pullout from Jazar. And touching the wall in third place is Astrid. Lane 4 seems to be pulling away with the race as we head into the freestyle. Jezra showing some great speed here on the last 50 meters with her freestyle. Astrid's really looking to make a push here for third place. Will Luca be able to hold it here in the last 10 meters? It looks like she will. Touch in third place, touching with a time of 3:22, maybe. Now heading into Heat 3 of the women's 200 meter IM.
Up now we have Heat 3 of the women's 200 meter IM. Madam referee. In this heat, lane 1, we have VA Lane. In lane 2, Carlos. In lane 3, Avery Slade. In lane 4, Kathy Carroll. In lane 5, Isabel Lucy. In lane 6, Natasha Crane. In lane 7, Jordan Diallo. In lane 8, Larry Bishop. Touching the wall first is Isabel Lucy in lane
Touching the wall first is Isabel in lane 5. A good race going here between Cassidy and Natasha for second place. Cassidy is the favorite for the 200 IM and currently sits in second place. Cassidy and Natasha still neck and neck for second place. Isabel having a great swim here out in first by about 7.5 meters. We also have a race developing for third place between lane 2 and lane 7. Ita and Jordan. It looks like Cassidy might be able to pull it out for second here. Natasha's giving it her all on the last 10 meters of the freestyle. And touching the wall first is Isabel Hussey with a time of 2:27.2. The fourth and final heat of the women's 200 meter IM up next. In lane 1 of the final heat of the women's 200 meter IM, we have Maya Rizik. In lane 2, we have Livia Scriven. In lane 3, we have Lily Collins. In lane 4, we have Sophie Rooney. In lane 5, we have Ella Collins. In lane 6, we have Isabel Casey. And in lane 7, we have Maya Johnson. And in lane 8, Anna Field.
Touching the wall first is Sophie Green, time of 29:88.
Will Lily Collins be able to catch her older sister, Ella Collins, in the 200-meter IM? Sophie Rooney off to a very, very strong start here, leading by about 10 meters from second place Ella Collins.
And at the 100-meter mark,
Sophie with a sizable lead touches the wall with a 105.08 for the first half of the 200-meter IM. And Ella Collins touching second. And lane 2 touching third, Livia. Third place will be quite contested between Livia, Isabel, and lane 8, Anna. With the possibility of Lily Collins also catching up to make third place. Sophie showing dominance as she heads into the last 50 meters. Followed by Ella Collins, also now in her last 50 meters. And Anna in third place heading into the last 50 meters. These women really trying to finish strong on the last 50 meters of freestyle. And Sophie finishing with a time of around 2:25. It wasn't on the scoreboard. Followed by Ella Collins touching second with a time of 2:32.21. Oh, wow, and we're going to have Lily Collins coming in third, right behind her sister with a time of 2:44.59. Followed by fourth place, Anna.
Up now, we have the men's 200-meter IM. Madam referee.
Next up, we have the men's 200-meter medley. In lane 1, we have Ethan Daniel. In lane 2, we have Ryan Hull. In lane 3, we have Charlie Lucky. In lane 4, we have Liam Ferguson. In lane 5, we have Andrew Barsoom. In lane 6, we have Owen Nicholson. And in lane 7, we have Evan Thomas. Liam off to a very strong start here, touching the wall with a time of 27.18 for his first 50 meters. Followed by lane 5, touching the time with a 29.93. Liam Ferguson pulling away very much at the start of the race, followed by Andrew Barsoom in second and Owen Nicholson in third. The young Charlie Lucky looks to keep up with the older boys here. Charlie Lucky is amazing at breaststroke and can hopefully catch up here. Liam into his last 50 meters here. Liam making a strong push here in his last 5 meters. Touching with a time of 2:07.21. That will put Liam Ferguson bumping Nicholas Bourbonier out of the 5th spot all-time Trojans. And we had Owen taking 2nd place with a time of 2:17.31. Followed by
We will now have a 5-minute overfuel break. Repeat, 5-minute overfuel break.
Yeah, man, no, you're getting better, you're getting more comfortable. I would be giving times every time someone touches, like even if it's at 800 meter and it's at 200, I'd be giving times, but it's totally up to you.
You can't see the scoreboard.
There's no times until the very end. But you're doing awesome, man. It's nerve-wracking, you know, and you don't realize it until it's on. Like, it feels like a good idea until you're doing it. But you're doing awesome, man. You swim for Dal?
Yeah, I do.
Awesome, cool.
I will do that.
Yeah.
we're here with another swimmer interview. What's your name?
Natasha.
And what did you swim, Natasha?
200 IM.
How'd it go?
It was good.
Was there anything you thought about during the race that you think made it a good race?
Well, I started with the fly like pretty fast, so then that like led me through like a strong race.
Is the fly your strongest stroke, would you say?
No, probably breaststroke. Yeah.
Awesome. Are there any other races that you're looking forward to this weekend?
200 breaststroke because like that's my main stroke.
Did you already swim it or are you swimming it later?
Later.
Awesome. Do you have any pre-race rituals? What do you do before a big race?
Usually I just swim like a few laps and then do like a few arm strings and stretches.
Awesome. What about, do you have any pump-up songs you listen to before you swim?
Not really. Usually I just like talk to a few people.
Awesome. All right, well, I'll let you warm down. Thank you for
thank
talking
you.
to us.
Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, it looks like she's going to take first place here in the 100 freestyle. Followed by Gabriel. Sorry for the technical difficulties there in that first heat.
Now we have heat 2 of the women's 100 meter freestyle.
We now have heat 2 of the women's 100-meter freestyle.
We need 2 timers, 1 for lane 1 and 1 for lane 8. If you would like to time, please report to the team immediately.
And here we go. In lane 1, we have Isabel Brazovan. In lane 2, we have Emily McKenzie. In lane 3, we have Maria McLean Guy. In lane 4, we have Maria McDougall. And in lane 5, we have Bridget Gregan. In lane 6, we have Livia Skaviven. In lane 7, we have Jillian Thomas. And in lane 8, we have Finley McConnelly. Maria McDougall out here with some serious speed on that first 50 with a 30.5. Closely followed by Bridget in lane 5. It looks like we're going to have a good race here for third place between lane 7 and lane 2. Lane 6 is also making a push for third place. We now have the men's 100-meter freestyle. In lane 3, we have Evan Thomas. In lane 4, we have William Belonzo. No. In lane 5, we have Ethan Daniel. Ethan Daniel is out to a very strong start here. Neck and neck with William Bazonzo. William looks to pull away as they head into the 50-meter mark. William touching with a time of 33.59. Ethan's making a strong comeback here. We got a good race going here. Both flipping at almost the exact same time. Heading into the last 25 meters. Who will take it? Ethan's giving it all he's got. Looks like he might take the win here. And touching first, lane 5, Ethan Daniel with a time of 1:11.26, followed by William with a time of 1:11.80. We now have heat 2, the final heat of the men's 100-meter freestyle. Will Meyer and Agron are both already in the top 10 all-time for Trojans. It's going to be a close race here between Will Meyer and Agron. Agron out with some serious speed here. Agron and Will Meyer are neck and neck. Everyone else appears to be pretty even heading into the 50-meter mark. Agron at the 50-meter mark at 25.42, followed by Wilmeyer at 25.88. Wilmeyer's looking to make a push to come back. Neck and neck, heading into the last 15 meters. Who will pull it out? It looks like Agron has a slight lead. It's going to come down to the touch, I think. And Agron takes the win with a time of 53.07, followed by Wilmeyer with a time of 53.22. Some great swimming from all the men there. Up next, we have the women's 100-meter breaststroke. In lane 3, we have Isabella McBride. In lane 4, we have Ella Collins. In lane 5, we have Anna Field. And in lane 6, we have Ruby Lee. Ella off to a strong start here with her first 50 being a 36.44. Ella's heading into her last 25 meters. Her current best time is a 118.4. Ella's heading into the wall now, and will touch with a time of 117.29, almost a full second best time. Followed by Anna touching with a time of 124.02. And then we have lane 3, Isabel touching with a time of 129.44, almost a 20-second best time for Isabel. We have Ruby coming into her last 10 meters here, looking very strong. And Ruby will touch the wall with a time of 158.06. Her first time swimming the 100-meter breaststroke. This is the women's 100-meter butterfly. In lane 2, we have Lily Collins. In lane 3, we have Aaliyah Bloom. In lane 4, never mind, we do not have anybody in lane 4. In lane 5, we have Clara Durling. In lane 6, we have Maya Johnson. Clara off to a strong start here, touching with a time of 38.5.82. A good race happening here between Aaliyah and Clara. Touching first is Clara Derling with a time of 1:16.14. Who's in lane 6, did you say? Okay. Next up, we have the men's 100-meter butterfly. It will be Liam Ferguson alone in this heat. In order to make it into the top 10 all-time Trojans for 100-meter butterfly, he needs a 58.80 to be tied for 10th.
Juliet Daniel. She's from event 17.
Okay.
Juliet.
And then we also have Juliet in lane 6. We'll see if Juliet can put up a good fight here against Liam Ferguson. I don't know, though. Liam's pretty quick. Both Liam and Juliet starting out very strong here with some beautiful butterfly. Liam will touch the wall with a time of 26.94 heading into his next 50. And Juliet will touch with a 31.18. Liam's got to make a strong push here to the end. There's 45 seconds on the clock right now. Coming into the last 5 meters. And finishing with a time of 57.95. That will put him into the top 10. Juliet coming in here to her last 5-meter finish with a time of 106.78. That puts Liam Ferguson 5th all-time for the Trojans 100-meter butterfly. Liam Ferguson looking quite winded getting out of the pool still. He's still hunched over. I think he'll make it though. A slow walk out of the pool after that great swim from Liam. Up next, we have the women's 100-meter backstroke. Might have been a false start there from lane 4. In lane 3, we have Delph Thomas. In lane 4, we have Leah Yang. In lane 5, we have Luca Turtis. In lane 6, we have Maya Rasic. Leah starting off very strong here in the lead, followed by Maya. Maya making a strong push here to the end. Finishing very strong with a time of 1:23.29 for Maya. 0.29 for Maya. Followed by lane 4 with a time of 1:24.87. Up next is Heat 2 of the women's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 1, we have Gwyneth Morris. In lane 2, we have Edon McGrath. In lane 3, we have Isabel Brzovin. In lane 4, we have Jazar Killett. In lane 5, we have Marnie Bishop. In lane 6, we have Tarna Darling. In lane 7, we have Ita McKenna. And in lane 8, we have Yale Bloom. And touching first is lane 2 with a time of 34.87, with a very strong lead over everybody else. And finishing lane 2 with a time of 1:11.35, a massive best time from her previous best 1:32. Up next, we have the final heat of the women's 100-meter backstroke. Watch lane 4, Sophie Rooney, and lane 5, Isabel Melanson for a good race. shoot, I said 5. And here we go. We're about to get into the final heat of the women's 100-meter backstroke. And we're off. And Sophie looking very strong here in the first 50 meters. She has a slight lead over Isabel. Charlotte Evans hanging in there at third place, followed by Emma Hamlin. Sophie looking very strong as she flips. And touching first is Sophie Roney, followed by Isabel. And then we have Charlotte Evans and Emma Hamlin touching fourth. Sorry, the scoreboard is down. I believe we're working to fix that now. We now have the men's 100-meter backstroke. In lane 2, we have William Blanzano. In lane 3, we have Alexander Bouchard. In lane 4, we have Oliver Bornay. In lane 5, we have Ryan Hull. In lane 6, we have Charlie Lucky. In lane 7, we have Johnny Samus. Alex out to a very, very strong start here. Alex touching first, followed closely by Oliver and Charlie. It looks like Charlie's in second place here. Will Oliver be able to come back and take back second place from Charlie? And Alex touching first, followed by Charlie Lucky, then Ryan Hull. My apologies, that was Oliver who touched third. Ryan was fourth.
My name is Aideen McGrath.
And what race did you just swim?
I swam 100 back. Do I look at the camera?
Yeah, you can look at the
Okay.
How'd it go?
Well, I came first in my heat because it was the second heat and I had a really slow time since I haven't swam it in a year and a half. So it went good.
What were you thinking about when you were swimming it?
I was thinking about keeping good tempo and really keeping my head straight and doing good turns, but that didn't work.
Are you excited for any other races you're doing this weekend?
I'm excited for 400 IM because it's one of my top races.
Nice.
But I'm not very excited because it's like the worst pain a human could possibly go through as a swimmer.
I can imagine. What's your pre-race routine? What do you do before you race?
I like to eat. I kind of stress eat. And then I just mentally go through how I want to swim my race and imagine the end of it.
Awesome. Do you have a favorite swimmer?
My favorite swimmer right now is Jade Hanna because I had a teacher, Mr. Rose, that used to talk about her a lot. And I just really look up to her because she swims 200 fly. I think she used to at least.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go warm down after your race.
Okay.
Good job today.
Thank you
Good
so
luck
much.
for the rest of your races.
Thank you.
Okay, so now you can just pass off your microphone
Okay.
to whoever else is going to go. All right, what's your name?
Jazra Palat,
And what did you swim?
200 IM and 100 back.
Oh, wow. How'd it go?
Good.
Were you thinking about anything when you were swimming?
To get a better time.
Yeah? Did you get best times? Awesome. Do you have any events that you're excited to swim later?
100 fly because it's going to be my first time swimming.
Your first time? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Do you have any pre-race rituals? Do you do anything before you swim?
I talk to my friends.
Yeah, does that help calm you down before a big race?
Yeah.
Do you have a pump-up song? Do you listen to music?
No.
No? Do you do any other sports?
I have 4 more sports.
What are they? That's a lot.
Gymnastics, but that didn't really go well. And I used to do volleyball. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you warm down. Good luck on the rest of your races and good job today. Hi, what's your name?
Al Bloom.
And what did you swim today?
100 free and 100 back.
And how did they go?
Good.
What were you thinking about when you were swimming them?
To kick a lot and to get good turns.
Yeah, did you do that, do you think?
I think so.
Yeah, do you have any other races that you're excited about this weekend?
200 free and 200 breast.
Awesome, are those your favorite?
No, my favorite's 400 IM. Free, but I can't do it right now because I just broke my wrist.
Oh no.
So, yeah.
But you'll swim that at later, right?
Yeah.
What's your pre-race ritual? Do you do anything before you race?
I normally drink some water and activate a bit before, so my body's moving.
Awesome. And do you have a pre-race pump-up song?
Not really. I just listen to a whole bunch of songs. So.
Yeah. And do you do any other sports or just swimming?
I do 4 other sports.
What are they?
Basketball. I'm about to start soccer. Diving, but it's on pause right now, and surfing.
Awesome. All right. Well, good luck on your other races and good job today.
Thank you.
All right. What's your name?
My name is Wyatt.
And what did you swim today?
Today I swam the 200-meter IM and the 100-meter back.
And how did they go?
I think they went really good.
What were you thinking about when you were swimming?
Keep kicking, keep swimming, stuff like that.
Did you keep your kicks fast?
I think so.
Awesome. Are you excited about any other races this weekend?
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm swimming the 400-meter freestyle, so I'm really excited for that.
Awesome. Do you do anything before you race? What do you do?
Not much. I just listen to my favorite song.
What's your favorite song right now?
Well, I'm not quite sure. I like to listen to different types of music on TV.
Awesome. And do you do any sports right now?
Yeah, I do competitive gymnastics.
Yeah? Awesome. Well, I'm going to let you warm down. Good job
job today and good luck this weekend. All right, what's your name?
My name's John.
And what did you swim today?
I swam 103 and 303.
And how'd they go?
Not bad.
Did you have a race strategy or what were you thinking about?
203. I had a pretty good race strategy. I was trying to go fast and stuff and get it back in. And 103, all out all the way.
Oh yeah, nice. And do you have any other races this weekend that you're excited for?
Yeah, I got 1500 free coming up.
1500? Is that today or is that?
Nah, that's on Saturday afternoon.
Oh, nice. You're working towards that. Do you have a pre-race ritual? Like, what do you do before you race?
Usually, I try to get a snack in, or I try to get a drink, but I always listen to music.
What's your pump-up song?
Late, I always gotta switch it up, but right now it's Jumpman by Jake.
Nice. Do you have a favorite swimmer?
Sun Yang.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll let you warm down. Thank you for talking to me. Good job today.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hi, what's your name?
Isabel Watson.
What did you swim today?
200 free and 100 back.
How'd they go?
Very well.
Did you have a race strategy or were you thinking about anything?
Yeah, 200 free, had a whole plan kind of to think about. So same thing for the 100 back as well.
Awesome. Do you have any races that you're like super excited about later on this weekend?
I'm really looking forward to skins. It's
exciting.
a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of torture. So yeah. But yeah.
Did you watch? Have you been watching the ISL? Where
Yeah.
they do the skins?
Last season, I was watching it like all the time. So
Are you
yeah.
excited to try and just like do what they were doing
Yeah.
with the skins?
Yeah, really.
That sounds super exciting. Do you have a pre-race ritual?
Not really. I just kind of try to focus on what's ahead and like focus on what I'm about to do and just see where that takes me.
Do you have a favorite swimmer right now?
Penny is always up there, so yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you for talking to me.
No problem.
Good job today.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name? Hi. And what did you swim today? And how did they go? Did you have any race strategies?
I try to be very self-motivating in the pool, just telling myself, to go, go, go.
Yeah, do you do anything before a big race that you do all the time?
I just really try to focus. I don't listen to music. I don't do any of that. I just try to
Do you have any races that you're excited about later on that you haven't done yet?
Yeah, take it back. Is my best friend.
When's that one?
When is it?
Yeah.
I think I'm doing it Saturday.
Awesome. Do you have a favorite swimmer right now?
Jake Hannah. I need to have level 1
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for talking to me. Good job today and good luck for the rest of the weekend.
we have the women's 200-meter freestyle. In lane 3, we have Tessa Snedden. In lane 4, we have Abigail Malone. In lane 5, we have Piper Farwell. Coming into 50 meters, we have Piper in the lead, touching the wall with a time of 42.68. And in second, we have Abigail with a 43.20. And in third, we have Tessa touching with a 46.99. We have Abigail and Piper neck and neck here as they touch 75 meters. Abigail showing very good technique as she approaches 100 meters and touches with a 134.66, followed by Piper with a 136.56. And then we have Tessa heading into her 100 meters too with a time of 141.67. Coming into the 150 mark. Abigail has a strong lead. Followed by Piper heading into her last 50 and Tessa. Abigail looking flawless as she comes into her last 15 meters. Piper's heading into her last 15 meters. It looks like she's lost her cap somewhere along the way. Tessa making her final push in the last 5 meters. And with the winner of the first heat, Abigail with a time of 3:18, followed by Piper with a time of 3:28.93, followed by Tessa in third place with a time of 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Up next is heat 2. And in lane 1, we have Chloe Anderson. In lane 2, we have Sylvia Waldman. In 3, we have Greta Rhodes Sterling. In lane 4, we have Mary Lou O'Regan. In lane 5, we have Ava Corey. In lane 6, we have Ruby Martel. And in lane 7, we have Grace Waldman. Ava off to a very strong start here, pulling out the lead. Second place is highly contested between lane 2, 3, 4, and 7. Everyone else is catching up to Ava. About a 5-way tie here for first place. Wow, this is a close heat. Mary Lou looks like she's trying to overtake Ava for the lead. Mary Lou moving into that wall with speed. And Mary Lou taking the lead. Second place highly contested between lane 5, lane 3, and lane 2. It looks like Greta's just ahead of Sylvia here for second place. Ava falling back a little bit into fourth place. And flipping with a time of 2:13.83 with 50 meters left to go. Mary Lou really starting to turn it on here in the last 50 meters, extending her lead. And it looks like we still got Greta in second place, followed by Sylvia. Mary Lou really turning it on here into the last 10 meters. And Mary Lou will touch first with a time of 2:57.65. Almost a 30-second best time for Mary Lou. Followed by lane 3, Greta with a time of 3:01.06. Also a huge best time, about 34 seconds. And in third place, we have lane 2, Sylvia, with a time of 3:02. We now have heat 3, the final heat of the women's 200-meter freestyle. In lane 1, we have Caitlin Walker. In lane 2, we have Kaylee Bennett. In lane 4, we have Annabelle Graham. In lane 5, we have Meredith McDougall. In lane 6, Brenee Lewell. And in lane 7, Heather Clark. And in lane 8, Emma Abiduba. Annabelle Graham pulling away with a huge lead here right off of the start of the 200 freestyle. We have a good race between Meredith and Brenee. Wow, coming into the 100-meter mark with a time of 1:10.05. Lane 4 flipping with a time of 1:49.55. At this point, Annabelle is racing her best time of 2:27.63.
Followed by lane 6, Brianna Llewellyn, and lane 5, Meredith McDougall. And touching first in lane 4, we have
And Annabelle coming in first with a time of 2:27.64. 0.01 off of her best. And lane 6 touching with a time of 2:45.13. Followed by lane 5 with a time of 2:50.79.
Up now, we have the men's 200-meter freestyle. Madam referee.
We now have the men's 200-meter freestyle. In lane 2, sorry about that. In lane 1, we have Dmitriy Popkov. Sorry for the pronunciation. In lane 2, we have Mario Rio. In lane 3, we have Adam Clark. In lane 4, we have Mike Kraus. In lane 5, we have Tybo Martin. A good race going here between lanes 4 and lane 5.
And at the 100-meter mark, Dimitri remains ahead. Followed closely by lane 4.
Lane 4 touching at the 100-meter mark with a time of 1:10, followed by lane 5.
Last 50 left, Dimitri touches first. We're down to 150.06.
Lane 4 touching first with a time of,
Followed by lane 4 and lane 5.
sorry, that was not the finish. He just stopped a little bit too early. Now it's going to be quite the race to the finish after that.
This is the last 25 meters. You can poke away. Outside smoke, Dimitri will touch first with a time of 2:28.69.
And with the outside smoke, Dimitri will touch first with a time of 2:28 from lane 1. Coming into the wall, we have Brody touching with a time of 3:16.
Swimmers, please clear the pool. Swimmers, please clear the pool.
Up next, we have the women's 200-meter breaststroke. This will also be combined with the men's 200-meter breaststroke. And here we go for the 200-meter breaststroke. We have the woman in lane 2 and lane 3, which is Erica Bloine in lane 2 and Eleanor Easley in lane 3. And for the men in lanes 5 and 6, we have Brian Petrie and Yusuf Aldebalat. Erica off to a very strong start here. For her first 50 meters, she'll touch with a 45.16, followed by Yusuf with a time of 45.96 for his first 50. And coming into the 100-meter mark, we still have Erica in first. And with Erica with a time of 1:35.90. And in lane 6, we have a 1:39.45 for his first 100 meters. And Eleanor with a time. We have Brian coming into the 100-meter mark with a 2:12.84. Erica heading into her with 50 meters left with a 2:27.46. Eleanor with a great underwater heading into her last 50 meters. And Erica touches first with a time of 3:20.45. And we have Yusuf touching with a time of 3 minutes and 33 seconds, .19. And we have Eleanor on the touch with a time of 3:58.38. We have Brian coming into his last 15 meters. He's pushing all the way to the end. And Brian will touch with a time of 4:31.10.
Swimmers, please clear the pool. Swimmers, please clear the pool.
We now head into the 200-meter backstroke. This will also be combined with women and men.
Women and men's 200-meter backstroke.
And here we go for the 200-meter backstroke. In lane 2, we have Lauren Hull. In lane 3, we have Mrs. Sanford. In lane 4, we have Lily Roney. In lane 5, we have Bianca Corsetta. And for the men, in lane 7, we have Henry Bretzler. We have Lily Rooney pulling out with a strong lead here as she heads into 50 meters with a time of 43.88. Lily Rooney increasing her lead here as she heads into 100 meters with a time of 1:30.50. We have Henry coming into the wall next, and he will touch with a 1:38.82. Lily looking great here as she heads into her last 50 meters. She'll touch with a 217.74 right there. Lily's looking to beat her personal best of 309.62. And taking second place is Isa. And Lily will touch with a time of 3:02.21, a huge best time. And we have Henry coming in with a time of 3:30.85.
Swimmers, please clear the pool. Swimmers, please clear the pool. We will now have a 5-minute break.
We will now have a 5-minute break.
Sprint for the last one.
Awesome. Do you think you did that?
Kind of, but I think I went too fast at the beginning and then got tired.
That happens sometimes. What are you excited to swim next?
I have a 100 butterfly today, and yeah, that's
Excited?
Yeah, I like butterfly.
Do you have any pre-race rituals? Anything you do before you race?
I just kind of try and get warmed up and just kind of jump around.
Awesome. How long have you been swimming, Callie?
6 years.
Yeah? Have you had fun so far with your swimming?
Yeah.
Yeah? Awesome. Well, I'll let you warm down before your next race. Good job today, and good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Erica.
Erica, what did you swim today?
I swam a 200 breast.
How'd that go?
Pretty well. I think I shaved off 1 or 2 seconds.
Awesome. Did you have a race strategy?
I go fast on the first 50, and then medium tempo on the second and third, and really fast on the fourth.
Awesome. Do you have any other races that you're excited for?
Yeah, I'm doing 100 free soon.
Yeah, what are you going to do for that race? Do you have a strategy?
I think I'm going to sprint the whole time.
The whole thing? Awesome. Do you have any pre-race rituals that you like to do?
I drink lots of water and move a lot.
Yeah, what about any pump-up songs? Do you listen to any particular song before you race?
Just like fast songs. They help me.
How long have you been swimming?
Like 3 years.
Yeah, and you've had a lot of fun so far
Yeah.
with it? Awesome. Well, I'll let you get ready for your 100 free. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you.
We now have maybe one of the most exciting events in swimming, the 100-meter freestyle. In lane 2, we have Eleanor. In lane 3, we have Mrs. Sanford. In lane 4, we have Brianna Lewell. In lane 5, we have Emma Abby Duward. In lane 6, we have Lauren Hull. And in lane 7, we have Erica Blauen. Brianna pulling out with a strong lead here, but not too strong with Erica right behind her. And in third place, we have Emma in lane 5. We have a good race going on over there in lane 2 and 3 for fourth place. And lane 4, Brianna touching with a time of 1:15.01, followed by Erica with a time of 1:18. And then in third place, we have Emma with a time of 1:29.47. We now have the men's 100-meter freestyle. Brady getting up on the blocks there nice and early. And they're off. And lane 2, we have Brody Hamilton. And lane 3, we have Apam Likoi. And lane 4, we have Olo. And lane 5, we have Owen Wells. And then lane 6, we have Mario Rayo. And then lane 7, we have Yusuf Aldot. Lane 4 is in first place, and they touched with a 30.17 off the first 50. We have a good race here for second place as lane 4 pulls out with the lead. Lane 5 is gaining on lane 3. Will he be able to push it out? He's making it. Looks like lane 5 is going to take second place with a time of 108.67. Followed by lane 3 with a time of 109.31. Lane 4 took the win for this heat with a time of 105.35.
Up now, we have the women's 100 meter breaststroke. Mat number 3.
We now have the 100 meter breaststroke. In lane 1, we have Sylvia Waldman. In lane 2, we have Tessa Sneeden. In lane 3, we have Abigail Malone. In lane 4, we have Ariel Rayo. In lane 5, we have Grace Waldman. And in lane 6, we have Ruby Martwell. And in lane 7, we have the Mary Lou O'Regan. Mary Lou's already getting to work here from our outside lane. She's currently in third place. In first place, we have lane 5. And Grace will start with the lead with a time of 47.04, followed by lane 1 with a time of 47.99, followed by Mary Lou with a 52.45. Coming in to the finish. Touching first will be Grace Wildman, followed by lane 1, Sylvia, followed by lane 7, Mary Lou O'Regan. We now have the male 100 meter breaststroke. In lane 2, we have Chris Han. In lane 3, we have Mr. Wen. And in lane 4, we have Tybo Martin. And in lane 5, we have Ray Clary. And in lane 6, we have Henry Bretzler. Lane 4 pulling off to a strong lead here in the start, followed by Ray in lane 5. Looks very strong. We have Henry in third. It looks like he's lost his goggles, but he continues to push on. In lane 4, we'll start with a 43.37 off the start, followed by Ray in lane 5 with a 48.29, and then Henry with a 50.51. We got a good race going here for fourth place in lane 3 and lane 2. Coming into the home stretch here, Thibaut leads. And he will touch with a time of 1:32.57. Almost a 15-second best time for him. And then in second, it looks like we're going to have Ray Clary with a time of 1:45.21. A 7-second best time for herself. And then we'll have Henry in third place, touching with a time of 1:50.20. A 22-second best time for Henry.
Up now, we have the women's 100-meter butterfly. Referee.
Up next, we have the women's 100-meter butterfly. And we're off with the 100-meter butterfly. In lane 2, we have Chloe Anderson. In lane 3, we have Kaylee Bennett. In lane 4, we have Gabriella Turcaro. In lane 5, we have Annabelle Graham. And in lane 6, we have Lily Rooney. And in lane 7, Chrisetta, yeah. Lane 4 off to a strong start here, touching with a 36.03, followed by lane 5 with a 37.38. And then we have lane 6 touching with a 42.92, closely followed by lane 3. We have Gabriella heading into her last 15 meters here, followed by Annabelle in lane 5. Gabriella is coming in for the touch, and she will touch with a time of 1:20.50, followed by lane 5 with a 1:24.93. Best times for both of them there. And then we'll have lane 6, Lily Rooney, finish third place with a 1:35.96. And we have lane 3 coming into the wall now with a time of 1:45.05. Lane 2 making that final push right into the wall, and we'll touch with a time of... Sorry, not on the scoreboard. We have lane 7 coming into the wall now to finish off the heat.
Up now, we have the men's 100-meter butterfly.
And lane 7 will finish with a time... Oh, gone off the board, my bad. We now have the men 100-meter free, 100 butterfly.
In lane 4, we have
In lane 4, we have Dmitry Popkov. And in lane 5, we have Adam Clark. Dmitry looking very strong here in the opening 25. Pulling out a slight lead on Adam. Dimitri still looking very strong as he heads into the 50-meter mark, touching with a 34.46, followed by Adam with a 36.75. Dimitri's into his last 25 meters. And Adam hits the 75-meter mark as well. Dimitri's really picking it up here as he approaches the last 10 meters. And he will touch the wall with a 1:14.98. And we have Adam coming into his last couple meters here too. And we'll touch with a 1:23.00. Up now, the final event, the 100-meter backstroke. We'll start with the woman here. And here we go, the women's 100-meter backstroke. And we're off. In lane 1, we have Ava Corey. In lane 2, we have Greta Rhodes Sterling. In lane 3, we have Farwell Piper. In lane 4, we have Clara Easily. In lane 5, we have Caitlin Walker. And in lane 6, we have Heather Clark and Meredith McDougall in lane 7. And it looks like Meredith McDougall might be tied for first here. Clara in lane 4 looks like she's pulling out a little bit of a lead here as they head into the 50-meter mark, touching with a time of 42.90 for lane 4, followed by lane 1 with a 44.39, and lane 5 with a 44.50. Clara looking very strong here as she heads into the 75. We have Ava outside on lane 1 and maybe spot number 2. Followed by on the other side, lane 7, Meredith. Looks like Clara's going to take the win here. And in lane 5, we have Caitlin, who will touch second with a 1:31. And in lane 1... lane 1 touched second with a 1:31.80, followed by lane 5 with a 1:32.23.
And on to the last event of the first session, we have the men's 100-meter backstroke.
And now for the last event of the night, the men 100-meter backstroke. Here we go. In lane 4, we have Matthew Harding. And in lane 5, we have Brian Petrie. Who will win? Matthew's entered with a time of 140.00, and Brian has no time. Matthew does have 2 years of age over Brian. And they're off to a strong start here, swinging the arms as fast as they can. Matthew's heading into his first flip turn. And a great wall. Brian with a strong push off of his first 25 meters. And we have Matthew, who will hit the 50-meter mark with a time of around 42. And then we'll have Brian coming into, and he will flip with a time of 53.03. Matthew's got a good chance of getting a best time here. He flips at the 75-meter mark with a 105. Matthews coming into his last 5 meters. And reaching for the touch in a time of 130.29, almost a 10-second best time. We have Brian coming into his last 15 meters. Still looking like he has great technique as he finishes the race. And into the last 5 meters. He's picking it up. He's picking it up and touching with a time of... Oh, it's not on the board. And the time is up, 152.99.